Hey everyone, it's the Tides Changing here, and welcome to episode 14 of my Let's Build series. So today's episode will continue working on the interior of the house. The first thing that I did was I wanted to make a few tweaks to the floor and the walls in the living room area, because when I looked at it later, I didn't really like how it looked. So the first thing I did was I wanted to change the carpet to a wood flooring, because I just didn't like how the plain colored carpet looked. I felt like it was kind of boring. So I changed it to this wood pattern here that I use a lot. I don't know why, but I really like this wood pattern and I use it in almost all of my lots. And the next thing I want to do was change the pattern that I used for the red wall there. I guess I just want to try a different pattern because I, for some reason, didn't really like how the paint pattern that I chose looked. So I used this pattern from the fabrics and made it red again. And here you can see that it looks a little bit different. And the second thing that I want to change is that I didn't really like the brick wall behind the couch. I felt like it was a little bit too busy, with the crazy colored cushions, so I made it that gray color. And the last tweak that I made here was that instead of having, the crown and base molding, I just made the entire brick wall brick. And here you can see what the living room looks like now. I think it looks a lot better, definitely with the wood versus the carpeting. And now I'm just moving down to that little, foyer area where your Sims walk up to their apartment through, and just putting some flooring and walls down there as well. I may change that gray wall because I'm not exactly sure that I like how it looks, but we'll see. And here I'm just putting a painting there to make things look a little more interesting. And the next thing that we're doing is working on the kitchen. So the kitchen will be right in this area over here, and it's actually a pretty small kitchen, but despite that, I actually really liked how it turned out, and I think it is one of my best kitchens that I have done. And to get inspiration for this, I actually looked at the IKEA website right before starting this, and something that they had that I thought was interesting was they had these dark blue the counters were dark blue with the countertops being a white color, and I thought that was kind of different, so that's what I wanted to do for this. And the kitchen is a smaller galley-style kitchen, which is where, you have stuff on either side and you kind of have, a center through it, if that makes any sense. But that's kind of what I'm doing here. And then right here will be a counter island where your Sims can eat on one side, and on the other side will be some counters with the sink and the dishwasher. And I wanted the counters to look, the island to look a little bit different than the counters over on the other side. So I was playing around with making the countertops here wood instead of the plain white. So I tried a few different wood colors, and at first I had the cabinet, being white, but then I didn't like that, so I made it blue. And here I'm just putting in counters next to them, because like I said, I'm going to have the sink in that island. I just thought that would be kind of interesting to have it be the, double width. So here's it is with the wood, and I didn't really like how that wood looked. It kind of matched the floor too much. So I wanted to change it, and at first I tried this lighter wood because I thought maybe a lighter wood would look a little bit better, but I didn't really like that either. And something about me when it comes to building is that I tend to switch around patterns a lot. I have to get it right, so I'll change the same thing multiple times just to get it to, feel right. And here I went back to seeing how it looked with just the plain white countertops, but I felt like it wasn't interesting enough. So I just kind of went back and forth a few times trying to see which looked better, the wood or the plain countertop. And then I tried to see what it would look like if I made it all wood. And I didn't really like that, because like I said, the floor's wood, I felt like it'd be too much wood. So, here's more of me being indecisive. And I ended up trying just making kind of a granite-like countertop in the island, and I actually liked how this looked. So this is pretty much how I kept it. And here I'm just changing the bar stools, trying to make them match a little bit better. And now I'm just making the fabric on them blue so it matches the rest of the kitchen. It may seem kind of odd that over in, the kitchen and dining area I have everything blue, while over in the living room area everything is red. But I actually kind of like how it looks together. I don't know, I try to keep it separate, not put anything red over in the kitchen area, not put anything blue over in the living room area. So I think the two different colors kind of work together in a way. I don't know, I just think it's kind of interesting. So now I'm just putting in some overhead cabinets up there and, making them match. And just, putting in the overhead cabinets there. And I really like how this kitchen looks like. Like I said, I think it's one of the best kitchens that I've done, despite it being really small. And now I'm just making the cabinets all blue. And here you can get a good idea of what the finished kitchen looks like. I just think it's kind of neat how, you can sit there, you can sit and eat at the counters. And here I'm just putting in the last bits of appliances, got the coffee maker and the microwave. And just putting in a few, accents to make it look a little realistic. You got the soap and the paper towels right there next to the sink. And here I'm just putting in that little pot and pan rack over the stove. And here the furnishings in the kitchen are pretty much done. And I think it looks pretty cool, like with the gallery style kitchen. And now I'm just putting in a painting right there just to make, put something on that wall. And I put in that painting from Seasons that I really like. And, I use that a lot. So here I'm just putting in a small rug right in between the sink and the oven. I just felt like there needed to be something on the floor there. And now I am going to change the flooring in the kitchen a bit because I didn't want it to be wood flooring right there in the kitchen. So I'm just making this kind of tile color. And just changing it to be kind of a dark grayish color. And I like how that looks. It looks kind of, modern. And I'm just going to go on a side quick note here while I'm just adding some more furnishings. I did finish the holiday house that I was working on, and I was hoping to get the video up before Christmas, but I really don't think that's going to happen just because it's such a big house and I haven't even started making the video yet. And, I don't want to rush it and put out a bad video, and I also don't want the only thing I do over the next few days to work on it, to be, working on the video. So, most likely it won't be up till Thursday or Friday, which I'm kind of, not sad about because, I don't really want to be putting up a Christmas-themed video after Christmas, but that's what I'm going to have to do if I want it to be a good video, and I don't want to stress myself out over it. So, yeah, keep an eye out for that on either Thursday or Friday, hopefully. And yeah, it took me a while to finish it because, last week was finals week, so I really didn't have a lot of time to work on it, and that's also why I haven't uploaded in over a week. But I should have more time now that the semester's done, because I have a little over a month before I start up the next semester. But anyway, getting back to what I'm doing, as you can see, I just put in the dining room table there, and I use kind of the futuristic table from Into the Future and, put some blue chairs in that match the bar stools. So once again, the dining room is also kind of red themed as well. Or not red, blue. Sorry about that. Got confused because I was just putting in a red rug. But yeah, anyway, I put in that red rug there because I felt like, needed something in that floor right there. Might be something red a little bit too close to the blue stuff, but I guess it looks fine. And here I'm just changing those walls right there to be a blue color. And I guess that's fine since you got the brick wall separating the red. And here I'm just adding in gray wall over there between the red and the brick in the kitchen. And I was kind of like playing around with changing the coloring of that gray wall because like I said, I'm not really too sure about how that looks. Like I said, I might try and figure out something else to do with that. And here I'm just putting in some brick over there in the kitchen, and I was trying to see whether or not I wanted to make it a bigger brick pattern behind the in the kitchen area. So here I just did that, and I don't know, I ended up going back with a smaller brick. I might do something else with that later, I'm not sure. And once again, here I'm just changing around the walls. Like I said, I'm kind of very detail oriented with this stuff. Like, I'll just change things multiple times. Like, this is why it takes me a little while to make a house. Because I have to get everything right. Like, if I feel kind of, unsure about something, then I will sit there and I will change it until I really like how it looks. So last thing that I did was I added in some decorations just to make things look a little bit better. So here in this back corner right here, I just put in a little plant. I guess that kind of looks like a palm tree. I think that was from the store. Like, it's actually free store content, I think. I think it was in like the Earth Day set or something like that. But anyway, that's free. So if you don't have it, it's not anything that you have to pay for. And over here, I'm just adding in a little painting. And once again, just making everything kind of blue and black, I guess, with the frames, and then just adding in another plant there. As you can see, I really like plants. Like, I put in so many plants into my houses. I don't know why. I just really like putting in plants. So there are lots of plants. And I think that's about it. That's about it that I did. So thanks for watching, and I hope you guys like how this is coming along. I will hopefully be putting up another episode this weekend or early next week. So thanks for watching, and bye.